Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101, and today we'll be reviewing Snapchat. Now, I remember when Snapchat, about 2 or 3 years ago, I did a stock review on this particular stock, and I was telling people back then that I think Snapchat was down to around $17 or $15 per share, and their IPO release showed them at $24. And I was like, I don't know how Snapchat would bounce back and actually start to make profit. And still to this day, I'm flabbergasted, okay, how Snapchat is still making this amount of money. Like I am just, my mind is blown. Their stock price is up to $76 a share. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is absolutely crazy. As I look at the Snapchat stock over the past 5 years, it's been up to 200 and almost 19%. That is absolutely crazy. So let me take you through my journey with Snapchat here, okay? So back in 2017, Snapchat came out, like I said, around $24 per share. And from that moment on, Snapchat started to dwindle down to $15 per share. It even went down to $5 per share. Why anybody will invest in Snapchat? Then all of a sudden, slowly but surely, here comes last year, somewhat in the pre-pandemic stage. Snapchat goes back up to 19%, then drops back down to $10. So again, we see this huge pendulum swing when it comes to Snapchat. So I'm just going to call it Snap for short, okay? I'm going to call it Snap for short. So with Snap, it goes up to $19 per share, then drops back down to $10 per share. I mean, why would I buy the stock? It's way too volatile. But ever since that time, it dropped down to $10 per share. Do you know that Snapchat has consistently been growing exponentially? I mean, up until today. And it's had some drops, it's had some lows, and I didn't even buy in the dips. I've been watching in the backstage here, but I have not invested into the stock. Today, this stock is $76.49. And some of you are asking yourself, is it still worth for you to invest in Snapchat? Well, let's take a look at it. Now, for you guys who are not familiar with Snap, because at one point, Snap was very, very popular, but it's not as popular anymore. More people are using Instagram than I would like to admit, than looks like even Facebook. Now, Snap engages in the operation of its camera platform. Its products include Snapchat, using the camera and editing tools to take and share snaps. Friends page was let users create and use stories. Groups, videos, and chat discover for searching. And primarily people do these like short video clips. I think it was kind of like a branch off from Vines. Remember Vines did like a 7-second video, and it was like either funny or whatever type of creator that person was. But Snap is still around and it's still growing, okay? But let's see if there's value in this. And again, family, when you're looking at the stock price, you don't have to buy the entire share. You can invest $5, $10. Use Robinhood, use WeBull, use M1 Finance, use whatever platform you would like to use. Even E-Trade and Fidelity, you can still invest in fractional shares, okay? So this is what the ratings are saying on Robinhood. This is what the analysts are saying. Almost 70% buy and the rest hold at a sale at 2.6%. At a sale at 2.6%. Good morning, Eric Aaron. Yes. He's up. He said, I'm up 60% on Snapchat. Well, let me tell you, sir, I wish I would have put my foot in my mouth investing in Snapchat, because now I feel like a bear. And meaning I haven't made any money off of Snapchat because I did not invest. I did not see the future of Snapchat. I absolutely didn't, but that's okay. Now, right now you see they say buy at 70% roughly, the rest at hold, and only sell at 2.6%. So on this one, I actually want to read what the bulls have to say. It says here that Snap's hold on younger users may provide significant value to advertisers seeking to target a younger demographic. Aggressive investments and innovation, which also brought about Snap's spectacles, may expand the firm's ecosystem, diversify its revenue sources, and make the company profitable earlier than expected. With unique multimedia app features focused on further differentiation, Snap may take social media market share from Twitter and Facebook. So what they're saying is that they may even take some of Twitter and Facebook And I will have to believe Instagram as well. Some of their users, some of their media market share. I don't know about Instagram, but yeah, Facebook is not as popular. Now, I know a lot of people are still on Facebook, but it's still not as popular as it once was. It's like Instagram is being more popular for some apparent reason. All right, let's go over here to Market Watch and see what they say about Snapchat, because I want to see the actual analytics of this particular stock, because I'm still astounded how the stock is making profit. Okay. All right, let's look at this. It says year to date, Snapchat is up 52%. Again, I'm head over heels. I can't believe this. Over the past year, it's been up 223%. It's saying that this particular stock is overbought and they have a negative EPS. It's not that much, so that's nothing to worry about. Okay. Let's see here. Aaron says, I bought it during the pandemic, been adding to my position since 38 shares total. Okay, good job. You actually made a good investment here. I didn't see the value in it. I'm putting my foot in my mouth. Now, when we go over to Yahoo Finance, the performance outlook tells me from 2 to 9 months that this stock should be going up, and it's going to move sideways over the next 9 months. Okay, when we're talking about Snap. And then again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, this is the time to buy. You can buy in increments. You don't have to essentially invest the whole $76. Okay. Now, here's the recommendation trends of people buying this particular stock. And what it looks like for August, this was a buy. And right here in September, it looks like people are saying hold this stock. But for July and August, this has been a buy stock. And if you have it here, hold. And if we can tell here, as we're moving into the year platform, the 9 month plus is moving sideways. So that's an indicator to actually hold as well. If I go over to Zacks is also saying hold. Okay. And let's look at the style scores here. They got F for value, B for growth, C for momentum, and an overall VGM of a D. Now, this is the thing that really just chaps my hide. Value F. Now, when I look at the history of Snapchat, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing I see is volatility. But when you go out to 5 years, you see consistent growth, right? You see consistent growth. You see that they had some trouble early on, but people who stuck it out with Snapchat actually made some really, really good money. Like I bought in on Snapchat at $24 of their IPO release back in 2017. And when Snapchat decreased by 50%, I sold my shares. And when I mean I lost a lot of money, I lost at least half, because I think I invested when it came out at $24 per share. I think I had like 100 shares that I purchased. And then it started to drop down to like $15. I think I sold around $15 per share. And then if I just would have stayed with this particular stock, once again, $24 to $76, and Snapchat is still expected to reach more than $100 per share. So if you have Snapchat, I will advise you to keep your Snap, okay? Keep your Snap. Here we go. So here the CNN analysts, this is 31 people. That's a lot of analysts to essentially give their offering of a 12-month price forecast for Snap Inc. Have a median target at $87. So again, if you have Snap right now at $76 per share, you can still essentially make an $11 profit, which is absolutely phenomenal. Okay. So with a high estimate of $110, yet again, Snap is showing that they're going to continually grow. See, my thing is I don't worry about so much the low price of a share. I really don't. I don't worry about the low, because when we're at this point, Snap will have to do something so diabolical to not only decrease their digital market share, right, which make them a much smaller company in the digital space when it comes to social media, but literally their CEO, founder, executives, everybody who is part of the head shed will probably have to be dealing in something fraudulent for the stock to significantly drop in their price. So if you have Snap, keep your shares. If you don't have Snap, this may be a good investment for you. But don't forget, when it comes to investments, there's no sure bet. You can lose and you can win, but the analytics speaks for themselves. More times than not, when the analytics and ratings essentially add up, so will your money. Okay. Let's see here. I see Snapchat at a Facebook level. I mean, eventually, if Snap is going to compete with Facebook, they have to think about how slowly they could replace Facebook. Now, they've been very popular with little quick snaps, and that was kind of a branch off of Vine. I don't have Snapchat. I remember having an app and I just didn't like it. I'm now trying to get into Instagram in some capacity. But nonetheless, I would rather go the Instagram route than versus the Snap. But when it comes to investment, there is a market for this because they continue to grow. They went from $24 to $76 and since 2017. So if I would just based upon the information, statistics, data, and analytics, invest. I mean, $5, $10, $15 is probably a good investment for your portfolio. Okay. Especially if you don't have that many social media. Okay. Now you have Facebook, which I think encompasses Instagram now. No, Facebook on Instagram. I may be wrong, but I think they do. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is your stock review for today. You guys have a great and a wonderful day. Learn money and be inspired. I'm out.